You might recognize this guy here. It's Hasan Piker, or Hasan Abi on Twitch. Hasan has been in the news a lot recently because he just lost a debate to Ethan Klein over the Gaza-Israel conflict and other things. And in general, his extreme far-left takes have been rubbing people the wrong way, especially now as the culture shifts more towards the right. And today, it looks like Hasan's escapades online may be catching up to him, because as he was returning to the United States from a trip abroad, Hasan claims that he was stopped by Customs and Border Protection at the border for questioning. That's right, Hasan tweeted out this picture saying it happened, and then he gave a little more context saying, quote, "I got stopped by CBP at Global Entry for additional questioning. I'm out, it wasn't that bad. Very strange experience overall though." And then if we scroll down here, he was asked by a commenter if it was similar to this other woman who was stopped by Customs and Border Protection, and Hasan said yes. They didn't ask for my phone, and Def asked a lot more about my political affiliations, etc. And yeah, that's not a good sign for him. I mean, granted, anytime you enter or exit the US, you are subject to certain levels of scrutiny, and the government has in the past and always will check people to make sure they're not some kind of crazy extremist. And that does go up to a lot of times the government does search people's phones when they come back into the country. Now, it's perfectly legal for them to do that. Nothing that Hasan's saying here is anything illegal happening, but it is weird, especially I believe Hasan's an American citizen, so you know it happens. They do a random sampling, but I'm guessing him getting stopped probably wasn't for the random sampling. Hasan has been featured in the news a lot recently, especially with clips of him and his quite extreme takes on Israel and some of the other groups in the Middle East. My best guess is that he might be flagged somewhere. Somebody might be looking into him, because he does go on to stream and say a lot of things that certain people in power probably don't like very much. I mean, I'm just a normal guy and I don't like what he says very much. Some of the stuff he says, I'm not going to go out and say that he does anything illegal because I'm not a lawyer and I don't really know. I do, however, think that he's definitely pushing the bounds of what's acceptable to say, and that I wouldn't be surprised if he crossed that line and has been investigated or is being investigated by some kind of government group because of his platform. To be honest with you, Hasan is the second biggest political streamer on Twitch behind Asmongold. However, Asmongold doesn't have the same extremist views that Hasan has, whereas Hasan is so far left that he was openly disparaging Kamala Harris in the last election, which was the left-wing candidate, because she wasn't left-wing enough. So it doesn't surprise me that his views and his ideas might be getting looked at. I mean, if you're too far left for Kamala Harris, you're pretty extreme. Kamala Harris was way too far left for the majority of the American public, to be honest with you, and that's why Trump came back and won in a landslide, pretty much. So yeah, I just wanted to bring this up because it's interesting, right? And it's the first sign that maybe the government's looking into Hasan and seeing what he's up to. I'm not going to say that he'll be charged with anything because I have no way of knowing that. However, I would be watching this space and seeing if there's any further developments and if the government takes any action against Hasan, because getting stopped at the border could very well be the pretext to some kind of investigation. I mean, it kind of depends, you know, maybe he answered things and they were all chill, but at the same time, the odds that someone like Hasan got caught up in the random sampling check, while at the same time having recently been on the news for making some pretty extremist remarks, I think it'd be pretty unlikely. Granted, it could happen. I'm not saying it didn't, but I think maybe he might be cooked. So I'm going to keep watching this and I'll let you guys know if there's any updates, if anything happens. So let me know in the comments, do you guys think Hasan is cooked? Have you ever been stopped by Customs and Border Patrol when coming in or leaving the US? And what was it like? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching all the way till the end. Remember to like and subscribe. Have a great day and God bless you.